Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thank you so much for listening. Today, why an American manufacturer is moving part of the business overseas, and the first ever FDA-approved medicine made from marijuana. Plus, Venmo's debit card and non-human social media stars. All that and much, much more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Tuesday, June 26th. You ready? Let's do this. Well, we're starting to see more of the effects from all the trade tension recently. The iconic motorcycle maker Harley-Davidson is moving some of its manufacturing out of the U.S. because of tariffs. Remember, President Trump put an extra tax on some steel and aluminum imports from other countries. He said it was to keep American jobs and give American manufacturing companies a boost. Experts say it's also a negotiation tool. But as expected, other countries and the European Union retaliated with tariffs on U.S. goods, which of course affects U.S. companies. It's apparently costing Harley-Davidson another $100 million a year. So instead of paying, Harley-Davidson is saying, I'm out, and is planning to move all manufacturing for EU sales overseas, which probably means layoffs here in the U.S. President Trump said he's surprised and called on the company to, quote, be patient. And more trade news, this time about China. Reports said the president plans to further restrict China from investing in U.S. tech companies and getting U.S. technology. It sent stocks falling. The Dow fell more than 300 points yesterday. Investors were worried about some of the tech companies. But one of Trump's top trade advisors told CNBC it's all an overreaction and no more crackdowns are planned. What's happening at the U.S.-Mexico border has changed again. It now seems some families crossing the border illegally are being let go as long as they promise to come back for their court date. Basically, the catch-and-release method that was used before Trump's new zero-tolerance policy. So why is it going back, at least for now? The White House says it just doesn't have the resources to house all of these families together. There aren't enough detention centers. Remember, the new zero-tolerance policy led to family separations until recently, when an executive order said to detain families together. Now it seems that's not possible. So the Department of Defense just said it's working to build temporary detention camps, or tent camps, for these families on 2 military bases. Those are expected to open next month. The controversy over the White House press secretary getting kicked out of a restaurant over the weekend is at a new level now. It started when the owner of a restaurant asked the press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, to leave. The owner later told the Washington Post she feels the administration's policies are inhumane, but that everyone involved was polite about the whole thing. Well, it went viral, and the restaurant has been overwhelmed with attention from both sides, but a lot of it is negative. Even the president weighed in yesterday, calling the place unsanitary. And now there's disagreement among some Democrats about whether this was really the right thing to do. Some lawmakers say it's time to fight back against these policies in a new way. Others say, let's talk policy and not impact people when they're off the clock. Wildfires are causing some evacuations in Northern California. The governor there just declared a state of emergency to get some more federal help. CNN says the wildfires are about 100 miles northwest of Sacramento in Lake County. Officials are blaming the weather, hot temperatures, high winds, and low humidity. So far, no reports of anyone hurt, but the AP says it is a sign that this year's fire season could bring another round of destruction. It's official now, the first FDA-approved drug made from the marijuana plant. I told you back in April it was on its way to approval, but now it is finalized. The medicine is called Epidiolex, and it treats certain seizures. To be clear, it doesn't actually get you high. It's made from a plant compound without THC. But still, the government approval hasn't happened before. Business Insider reports it could mean a new wave of research into other marijuana-based drugs. A quick break now to thank our sponsor today, Day in the Life podcast, where the host Brittany Lynn interviews guests from a variety of careers as they share what a day in their lives is really like. Hear from an activist, an entrepreneur, a Broadway advertiser, and a stay-at-home mom.
There's just a lot of opinions, right, about your decisions as a parent.
You'll probably relate to more people than you think and maybe even feel inspired. Find the right episode for you at dayinthelifepodcast.com or search Day in the Life wherever you listen to podcasts. All right, back to the news. Venmo has always just been in your smartphone, but it's coming out with a physical debit card for your wallet. You swipe it like any other debit card, and the money comes out of your Venmo balance. It's accepted anywhere MasterCard is accepted. Mashable says you'll still be able to see the transactions and split charges with friends with the Venmo app. If this interests you and you want more physical plastic, you can apply for a limited release of the card right now. Facebook is making it easier for people to chat on Facebook Messenger who speak different languages. CNET says the tool is called M-Translations, and it will automatically translate English and Spanish for users in the US and Mexico. The software is always supposed to ask you first if you want the messages translated. Facebook says it has plans to add more languages to the tool in the future. Not all Instagram stars are actually humans. CNN aired a report about some social celebrities who are actually CGI or 3D models. One, called Lil Miquela, has more than 1 million Instagram followers, but she's actually just computer generated. She's even had partnerships with brands. Some say almost everything on Instagram has been photoshopped anyway. Others say it's dangerous when young people may not realize these images aren't even human, and it just goes too far. And that's it for today. Thanks again for listening. Please be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And of course, I love to see when you share the newsworthy with your friends or on social media. If you want to read more about any of the news stories mentioned in today's episode, just go to the homepage of thenewsworthy.com. From there, click episodes and find today's date. The Newsworthy is ready for you to listen every weekday by 4 a.m. Eastern Time. So we will chat again tomorrow. Have a great day.